Hello, dear friends. This is the second educational video I've been recording. For those who might not have watched the first one, this is what I'm going to do. I am supposed to upload short videos about English phrasal verbs, idioms, and proverbs into my YouTube channel and also my Instagram account. The videos will be educational language lessons in every one of which one or two phrasal verbs will be taught. What do you need as an English learner to learn or know about phrasal verbs? Their meanings, their past or passive forms, their third person singular forms, and after all, you need to learn when and why we should use phrasal verbs instead of the basic verbs. All these points will be taught in my videos in a way understandable to all learners with different levels of competence. Also, the videos will include a comprehensive teaching of some English idioms and proverbs, which are essential elements, especially of spoken English, the learners must be familiar with. Otherwise, they will face issues with comprehension and production of English, which could lead to their failure in accomplishing their goal of learning the language. The teaching of idioms and proverbs will include their meanings, their exemplification, and the proper contexts they should be used in. Before starting our second lesson, I invite you to watch the first video, which is actually the first lesson, to know better what this is all about and what we are going to do together. Besides, by watching the first video, you will learn the first lesson. Now, let's start our second lesson. The phrasal verb which I have selected for this lesson is beat somebody or something off. According to what I said in the first lesson, beat off is a phrasal verb which is composed of two basic parts. The first part, the basic verb beat, and the second part, the preposition off. As you see, this verb is parted by somebody or something, which here functions as the object of the verb beat off. Here, I have to teach a very important grammatical point. In English, we have two types of verbs: transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. But what are they? If a verb needs an object in a sentence, it is a transitive verb. But if a verb does not need an object, it is an intransitive verb. So, transitive verbs are verbs which need objects, but intransitive verbs do not need objects. Beat off is a transitive verb, so we need somebody or something as its object. Beat somebody off means to push back somebody from somewhere. Look at the example sentence. The police forces beat the demonstrators off the presidential palace. Here, in this example, the demonstrators functions as the object of the verb beat off. Beat something off means to repel an attack. For example, the army fought bravely and beat the enemy's attack off. As you see in these examples, the past form of beat off is also beat off, but the past participle form is beaten off. And the third person singular form is beats off. Our new idiom in this lesson is be or go off the beaten track. We use this idiom when we want to say that someone is not familiar with the topic of a discussion or does not know much about something which is being discussed. Look at the examples to know better when you should use this idiom. What do you think about Tom's suggestions in the meeting? I think he was off the beaten track. His suggestions had nothing to do with the whole plan being discussed. Look at another example. Why did Monica go off the beaten track during her presentation in the class? You're right. She might not have searched well enough about the topic of her presentation. Our new proverb is seeing is believing. We use this famous proverb when we want to emphasize the priority of seeing or watching or feeling something by ourselves rather than hearing about it from others. This is the example. Sarah. Last night, Jenny was talking about her trip to Paris. She described Paris as a city full of joy with lots of beautiful places. Natalie. Seeing is believing. You have to go and watch it by yourself. And by the end of this proverb, I'll conclude our second lesson. For having the next lessons, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow my Instagram account. The next lesson will soon be uploaded. Take care